Some speakers speaking during a seminar session on domestic and gender-based violence at Emmanuel Anglican Church, Wumba, Abuja. Youth were encouraged to look out for each other while joining in the fight to end domestic and gender-based violence.
You're supposed to live out to look out for each other. Create safe space that somebody can come ventilate, tell you this, for somebody that is depressed, or somebody that is going through one challenge or the other. Such an individual needs somebody to talk to, needs a counselor you can count on. And I've told you the last time I did a presentation on domestic violence, it was a recommendation that the church should have, each parish should have a counseling unit.
Categories of gender-based violence. Number one is sexual violence, sexual harassment, rape, and sex trafficking. And secondly, a lot of us have been abused in school. Young teenagers in school, sexually abused, even by the older one. These are violence. Intimate partner violence, your fiancé and your fiancée. Any relationship you are into as a young sister, and little thing the brother don't raise hand and beat you, if he eventually put you in the house, he will kill you. It's violence. And we have some of the assault, harmful traditional practices, and we have the emotional, which you have taught, verbal abuse.
Make sure you have full knowledge of what you are going to before you sign for it. Look before you leap is a common saying. And that's what I want to encourage you, dear brothers and sisters. Before you venture into marriage, look before you leap. Don't be carried away by love. Don't be carried away. Listen to God. Is God involved in this matter? Is God involved in this situation? So these are many things you need to take into consideration before you venture into it. Otherwise, you'll be a victim of gender-based violence.
Also speaking, Mr. Chukwuebuka Ike called on youth to always remember and acknowledge God, as their help will always come from Him.
My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth, in when we have the feeling of dread. And my help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth when we're seeking for distraction. And my help comes from God who made heaven and earth when we're showing dependency on God. Section number 2 is when we're faced with frustration, we should know that our help comes from God. And when we're faced with fear and we have the lack of faith, we also should know that our help comes from the Lord. We also know that our help comes from God in the person of God's person. And He is the Creator. How privileged we are to be in relationship with the one who makes amazing universe we live in.